What's going on, guys? You just joined me here by the beach while I'm having a coffee in the morning. I said I'd just come on and just check everything's working on this. I tried to live stream some fireworks from the local festival here at the weekend, but because I had been out of practice for so long and doing the live streams on the phone, I actually was streaming it unlisted, so it didn't actually it wasn't actually visible for anyone to watch. So that was a bit of a disaster, even though now it wasn't great footage now, to be honest, because the spot that I went to was kind of far away from where the stuff was happening, and the fireworks weren't very high, so you were kind of they were kind of obscured by some of the buildings and trees and stuff like that, so it wasn't great. But we're down here by the beach this morning. It's not a bad day. It's kind of overcast there, but it's starting to clear up a bit, so hopefully we've had a good run of nice weather over the past while, so hopefully that continues for another bit. But yeah, I wanted to start doing some live streams, especially kind of ones out and about as well, like I used to do before. It's just been a while. But yeah, it'd be nice to kind of get back into doing that, especially when the weather's good. You can kind of get out and do a bit more. When it's not windy, you can actually hear what I'm saying. But yeah. There's not a whole lot going on down here this morning. People down on the beach fishing already. But other than that, not very much going on. It's usually a lot busier down here when the schools are on, because there'll be people like around this time after dropping kids off at school. Sometimes you see people come down here and they'll be going for a walk or something, or walking the dog, or having coffee or food or something like that. But it's very quiet down here. There's a quarry over there. Nice and quiet down here. But yeah, I'm hoping kind of do some more of these streams, maybe do some stuff as well, like, you know, kind of talking about some crime stories and stuff like that or whatever. But there's there's a lot of stuff to kind of catch up on as well, like especially like around like some of the stuff. Like I have some videos that I'm working on at the moment. There's one that should be out soon. Like it's about this guy. Like he was acting suspicious in a gas station, and then what ended up happening is that somebody called the police on him because he was trying to get into some woman's car. But then it ended up that he tried to attack the police officer when he came up to talk to him, and then kind of chaos ensued from there. But sometimes it's hard. I was trying to look up more about the case to see, because it happened like a couple of months ago, and I was hoping to kind of find out whether the guy had like got sent to jail or anything like that. But sometimes it's kind of hard to find out. A lot of these cases get covered by, like, you know, some of the news outlets, and it's like when it initially happens, and then by the time the guys come up in court or anything like that, it's kind of been forgotten about. So it could be a bit annoying sometimes when it comes to certain cases and all. You can't really find out all the information sometimes. I see a story here I was looking at there last night about there was 2 Gardaí attacked in Dublin just there in the last number of days, and the guy that actually attacked them, well, there was some sort of disturbance going on, so they like went to the scene, and yeah, it's saying that a man aged in his 30s was arrested and has been charged in relation to the incident. Saying that 2 Gardaí had to flag down a taxi after reportedly being assaulted and having their equipment stolen in Dublin City. Both Gardaí were treated at the scene for minor injuries, and a male in his 30s was arrested and has since been charged in relation to this investigation. But it says the incident happened on Aston Quay near Temple Bar at around 4 a.m. in the morning. 2 Gardaí were on patrol engaged with a man before the situation escalated and officers attempted to restrain the individual with their batons and pepper spray. It's reported he attacked the Gardaí and fled the scene with some of their equipment, including a Garda radio. The paper reports that there was no patrol car available to attend the scene and that officers were forced to flag down a taxi and search for the man, who was eventually tracked down and arrested. And Ireland's hosting the EU presidency at the moment, and there's a major strain on like Garda resources, and that's been kind of brought up now, and they're saying that it's raising concerns about gaps in personnel, and they don't have enough cover to deal with serious public order offences. And like, you know, at this time of year as well in the Dublin city, like with being probably the best weather, the best time of the year to come to Ireland weather-wise, I suppose, is in the summer, obviously. But you'd think as well, with kind of more tourists in the city centre and stuff like that, and kind of more families spending time out together since the kids are off school and all that, that, you know, you do need resources in the city centre to kind of police public order incidents and stuff like that. And I know this was at 4 o'clock in the morning, but you kind of, the questions raised as well, like you think that like what EU presidency events are going on at 4:30 in the morning in the city centre? Like you wouldn't have a Sunday morning. I think it was a Sunday morning there. So yeah, it's just that's a bit shocking now. The reports are saying as well that the guy was supposedly an ex-boxer, so maybe that might explain how he was able to take the 2 of them on when they were pepper spraying him and stuff like that. Maybe he was like a big man, like, you know, but yeah, it's just a bit shocking, like, you know, and the fact that there was no patrol car available to go out and assist the 2 of them, especially like, you know, on a weekend, like, you know. But yeah, I just came across that one this morning. I thought it was interesting, you know, but yeah, bit shocking there, like, you know, but yeah, I'm hoping to get this other video that I was talking about there done in the next day or 2, and that should be up on the channel then. And then I have one as well about there's a lot of crime going on over the last while here in Ireland in relation to you know, farm equipment, and like they're kind of stealing, you know, like different types of equipment to go sell on, but they're also selling GPS equipment out of the tractors. Like they're stealing in just deliberately just to steal the GPS equipment, and then those are being sold like abroad or sent out of the country to be sold on or whatever. But there's a lot of that going on, and thefts of equipment and stuff like that, even thefts of fuel out of tanks in farmyards and stuff. So I'm making a video on that. I've kind of been working on that, and that should be ready soon enough. But yeah, it's kind of shocking as well, because like, especially out in rural areas, that there's like back when the recession hit and all, the government closed down a lot of the rural Garda stations, and because of that, the guards responding to some of these crimes that are out in, you know, the middle of nowhere have to come from some of the major towns or whatever, you know, close by, and it takes longer to get to the place. And a lot of these, obviously, criminals aren't stupid and they're aware of this, so they go to places where they know it's kind of out of the way, I suppose, and they'll rob farm equipment and stuff, and even livestock as well. And there's some people that have had like thousands of euros worth of livestock stolen, or like even completely have themselves wiped out by some of these thieves. Like, so it is becoming a big problem. And like it has been going on for years, but like it seems like now with the way stuff is, with everything being so expensive, and I don't know, like people being more kind of strapped for money, I think there's a lot more of this sort of stuff going on. Like, you know, even like petty thefts and shoplifting and stuff. You've probably seen that yourself. Like, even like all over the world, like there's more people like shoplifting and stuff like that. That's, so it's not necessarily like these big items either. Sometimes people are like stealing like kind of lowball stuff, and it's whether it's to sell on or to use for yourself, like, but you used to see those things, like where you'd have guys coming into pubs, like like selling meat and all that, like, for cheap prices and all or whatever, like. But yeah, so it's getting bad when you're going into supermarkets and you're saying they're putting like security tags on like packets of chicken fillets and stuff like that, when it's got to that level, or cheese, blocks of cheese and all, like, do you know what I mean? And crazy, like, but I suppose like a lot of the shops just kind of have to protect themselves, I suppose. But yeah, it's an extra cost. Like, it's always passed on to the consumer as well at the end of the day. So it ends up costing everyone in the long run. But yeah, it's a pity it's not a little bit brighter here or something like that, because they look a lot nicer there at the beach. But I probably should have parked in a better spot. But I kind of just decided to do this stream on a bit of a whim there. So I said I just hop on when I'm doing this and just make sure I'm able to work it for next time. But yeah, I hope everybody that watches or that is watching has a good day, and whatever you do with your day, enjoy it. But not quite sure. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do a few bits at home and probably work on some of that video, and hopefully get it out either like this evening or maybe tomorrow. So that will be good. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and thanks to anyone that's watching it back on the replay. Unfortunately, as I said, the last stream that I tried to do with the fireworks didn't work out, because it's just been that long since I've been doing the live stream on the phone, and it's like it's updated since last time I did it. I forgot I had to put it public because it's just unlisted when I first go into it. So I was streaming to nobody. But anyway, it turned out it was bad anyway. You couldn't really see the fireworks anyway, like. So I'll do it next year. I'll do another stream when that's on. It's usually at the end of the local festival here, but I'll go somewhere better. Like I did it. I don't know if it was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like right down at the like where they actually have the fireworks launching from, and it was much better. So I'll do that. It's just the last time I just thought, oh, I'll go up there and be a bit quieter, but the fireworks weren't really, they didn't go that high. And I don't know if that was a deliberate thing. I always thought they went a bit higher than that, like, but I don't know if it was something to do with, it's been very dry here, and there was concerns on Facebook from people about would like the fireworks be cancelled in case it might start a fire or something. So maybe, I don't know if that's a thing that they do, where they don't send them up as high so that the area where the embers are falling smaller or something, or not as far away, or I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna head on here anyway. I have to go up and get myself a roll and a few other bits in Tesco before I head back to the house. But yeah, I'll be back with a video, as I said, very soon, and hopefully another live stream very soon. I want to get back live streaming back at the house, like, so I can like put up some like that. But I'll head on now, and thanks for joining me, guys.